Hello everyone, it's me, the one and only Spicy Gecko. Tonight, we're going to be going over my battles in the Tri-State Tournaments Brawler Cup tournament. It's a pretty fun format. I get second place in it, in fact, which is part of the reason I'm showing these battles off, because they're pretty cool. And I hope you all enjoy the video, and just sit back and relax as we go through some spicy battles. Alright, for the first battle of the tournament, I am up against Ghost Burns Red, and a very interesting team, I will say, swapping in Sableye, how do you say it? Whatever. So generally, I am going to try to use Gyarados on this team as much as possible, because Gyarados is good in matchups against most things here. What Gyarados doesn't beat or handle very well, Whimsicott does, so I'm going to try to keep Gyarados and Whimsicott lined up with Politoed as a possible safe swap. My plan of Politoed is to try to make people think it has Earthquake, which kind of falls apart in most of these battles. Just because Blizzard, I kind of have to swap in Politoed most of the time for Blizzard purposes, because Tropius comes in, Politoed, Blizzard's the only thing that handles it, only WinCon, stuff like that. But it's a pretty solid first game. This will probably not knock me out. Politoed's kind of bulky. If you thought that was glitchy, yeah, that was on purpose. Not on purpose, I mean. But basically, whenever you screen record on iPhone and someone calls you, it cuts it off. And someone called me there. So sorry I got kind of cut off there. But I did win that battle. If you want to see for yourself, the link to the tournament is in the description of this video, and you can see the tournament results for every battle there. Anyway, back to talking about these battles here. Gyarados is a pretty good answer to Sableye, just because of Dragon Breath fast pressure, and Sableye is kind of glassy. So pretty good matchup overall against Sableye. That defense proc, the defense drop, you love to see it. And Whimsicott, of course, is also a really good answer to Dragalge, so I kind of just got lucky with alignment here. I do feel kind of bad when that happens, because the battles aren't very interesting and it feels more like I just got really lucky. But yeah, Moonblast here, clean up the game. And oh, it didn't kill. Well. On to the final match. Another really good lead. They bring in Pelipper. Gyarados isn't the best answer to Pelipper, just because Hurricane will kill Gyarados, and Wing Attack isn't resisted. Oh, and Weather Ball is really spammy. But all in all, Gyarados has an okay matchup with even shields, so it all kind of works out. Anyway, the plan here is just farm down more or less, or at least try to draw a shield out. But yeah, that's fine. It means I win switch now, and now I can line up Steelix against Whimsicott. So this ain't too bad at all. Bring it in, because I know Steelix probably has Crunch and Earthquake, just a guess. Talonflame with a free Flame Charge ain't too bad either, so yeah, this is looking pretty good. Aerial Ace, that's not too bad. Just farm down and then throw a Flame Charge. So yeah, GG's. I feel kind of bad about just winning because of my lineup, but yeah, those are pretty intense games. Anyway, on to Game 2, up against KSM 1467. Unfortunately, I forgot to record the first game. Sorry about that, guys. I did win that one, too. Again, the link to all the battles in the description. But I will compliment him on a very spicy team. Victinians, Wilius, and Surfetch, and Melmetal, all very spicy picks, and Zweilous in particular definitely threatens a lot of my team. Cofagrigus, Talonflame, maybe Politoed, but I can't get Blizzard off. So these are some probably the most interesting battles the whole video, honestly. Stumbled over myself a bit there, but anyway, yeah. Big Teeny's Flame Charge, no, not Flame Charge, V-Create. Yeah, I really got to watch out for that because of how hard it hits. Politoed is a pretty good answer, but I want to be a little bit safe there because V-Create is so strong that even Politoed might have trouble living one, and I really want to knock out this Wilius. Weather Ball will do just fine. Alright, round 2. Well, round 3, I guess. Anyway, I would say that depends on me calling the superpower bait correctly, but they swap in Digger's Bee, which lets me swap in Gyarados. Game 1, they revealed to me that they do not have Hyper Beam, which is pretty much the only thing I have to worry about with Gyarados against Digger's Bee. So I can pretty much just farm down, maybe throw an Aqua Tail or two. So this is a very safe matchup. I mean, ideally I want to be out of this matchup with really low health so I can't be farmed and a lot of energy, just so I can throw a lot of shit at Melmetal. Because Melmetal is not a good matchup for Whimsicott, and a kind of uncomfortable one for Magnezone. Like I said, superpower and everything, so yeah, perfect. They are now down a shield, which means I can just come in with Magnezone and fire off some wild charges. They block one, and I decide that I'm going to call their bluff, and they knock me out and bring in Wilius, which means now, yeah, I can just charm them down. I decided to be a little ballsy here too and just take a Rock Slide. And yeah, you know, the biggest flex, of course, is winning, so I decided to shield that up. Good games, my opponent. Very spicy. I am very proud of you. Now I'm up against Silent Raven's team. Now this is pretty bad. I decided to try to lead Politoed to bluff an Earthquake because Earthquake is usually what lead Politoads run. But, you know, Lapras kind of calls that bluff and forces me to swap out into Gyarados, which is very bad because now I've lost lead. But I got the defense proc on Crunch, which means that Lapras now has normal defense, but I'm down 2 shields. This is very rough. They might have to shield this Crunch. They do not. Very interesting. And I managed to get to an Aqua Tail just in time, which should force a shield. And now I'm going to bring in Politoed. A very awful play, honestly. And try to catch a second Leaf Blade on Whimsicott, which is alright. I get to charm them down before they can get to an Aerial Ace, and comes Vigoroth. Yeah, I really need to get their shield off. This is pretty bad. I don't know if I can. Oh, I have 2 Weather Balls back to back. Yeah, this is fine. I just need to use 1 knockout Vigoroth, and then in comes Lapras, and we'll just knock out Lapras. It does. Wow, that was scary. I kind of forgot about the Lapras for a moment. I was like, oh shit, am I going to be able to take it out? Anyway, yeah, on to game 2. Awful lead, but I can't really swap out because I still have like this idea that I can. Well, I kind of gave them the idea that I was going to trick them into thinking I had Earthquake. It's kind of like, fuck it, you know, Politoed, I really got to kill this thing. And they swap in, what's it called, Dragalge. Instantly killed it. Very nice. So now I can bring in Gyarados, which isn't awful. I'm going to have to just shrug off whatever they throw at me now. And try to go for an Aqua Tail right before they reach another charge move. See if I can get a shield. I do not. Actually, yeah, I do. The shield is invisible there. That was kind of strange, but you know how Niantic and their games are. They're just weird like that. Anyway, hoping to get to a Crunch in time. I do. Fantastic. Alright, yeah, this is looking pretty bad. I can't really finish off Lapras here. They're going to get to another charge move, and yeah, that's that. Good game. Alright, last one. This is an awful, awful fucking lead. It's like, oh, please be anything other than Vigoroth. Fuck, it's Vigoroth. Yeah, like I said before, this isn't a bad matchup. I just gotta win it. And it's kind of tricky because they probably know that I am going to try to win this. So I'm going to use both my shields and go for an Aqua Tail or something, or try to farm a little bit. They are definitely going to shield this, just so they don't lose as well. Ouchie. Oh, they let it go. Okay, they're fine if he's winning switch. That's fine. I'm going to see if we can get to another Aqua Tail in time. I can. Very nice. I'm either going to get a shield to do some more chip damage. I get the chip damage, and I get to bring in Whimsicott. I'm just going to shrug it off. In retrospect here, I probably should have brought in Magnezone to shrug off the Body Slam, but that's okay because I get bringing Magnezone. Now here comes the risky play. I got to go for a Wild Charge and hope they don't shield. Think it's a bait, and they do. That is awesome. Okay, so a mirror shot here. They're obviously going to have to shield it. And I'm going to have to I snuck a charm through, just have to do this Body Slam, and they go down. That was a really, really close one. Alright, up against Avalon 3001, the champion of this tournament. I get my ass kicked here pretty good. Yeah, so often off the lead. They bring in Wishcash as a response to this. Cofagrigus is an okay matchup against Wishcash. Just got to call the bait. And now I kind of realize that I can't do that because another Mud Bomb is going to finish me off. So I'm not really sure what to do here. I guess try to take a shield or get switch advantage anyway. They shield that up, and I catch on Gyarados, which is probably the best play I could have made there. Bring in Cofagrigus, and that's okay. Go for a Crunch here. And that does quite a bit of damage. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to look at Shadow Ball through her shield. They get my last shield. Pretty risky, especially up against Abomasnow, who is now going to Weather Ball me before I can get to a Crunch. My plan here is just catch on Cofagrigus, but unfortunately, even with that catch, Abomasnow still gets to Weather Ball. So I still lose the game. What a shame. Alright, on to game 2. This is an okay lead. They immediately switch to Cast Form. In retrospect, I should have definitely swapped to Cofagrigus here because of Thunder. Correctly shield, as they aren't messing around, no baiting here. So I should do the same and just Crunch, farm down a little. This is definitely a Weather Ball, so no need to shield this. Very nice. Alright, in comes Cofagrigus again. Here goes Crunch. Are they going to shield it? They do shield it. What a shame. I couldn't even get to an Aqua Tail there. So that's pretty bad. They got a lot of free energy there. I don't really know what to do. Guess try to farm down my own Cofagrigus. Can't really do that because I don't have a shield, and they knock me out in one hit. Yeah, that was kind of a fucking disaster on my end. I made a lot of mistakes in this battle, such as not even getting all of the... I didn't even do the minigame correctly. Wow, I must have been really, really off this day. Wow. Crazy. I kind of sucked there. Alright, yeah, game 3, I'm trying that same strategy from earlier where I make them think I have Earthquake. Probably going to go for Thunder here. Yup, there it is. Thunder. Alright, yeah, I was kind of trying to catch there, but yeah, wow, this is looking really bad in my part. Wow, I tried to swap in Magnezone when I know he's probably going to bring a Wishcash in, and I fuck up catching a Thunder. So this is awful. Yeah. This is like the one game where I fuck up big time. At least I don't mess up on trying to catch a Blizzard because they just go straight Mud Bomb. They probably know that Wishcash is going to die soon. Gonna go for another thunder here. No, I get jebaited. And I have two things weak to thunder. Yeah, this is not going so well. Obviously gonna shield that because they know Castform is in a good position here. And they live on 1 hit point. Isn't that just great? It's amazing. In comes Cofagrigus. I'm just gonna go straight Blizzard here because I fuck it, throw my hands in the air. And Cofagrigus just kind of shrugs it off. Wow, this is awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna die here, aren't I? Yeah. Alright, well, good games. Alright, on to the final round up against TriStatehandler. Pretty awful lead. Yeah, I kind of make the same mistake where I swap in Magnezone because I am stupid and I do not learn things very well. Anyway, 2 wild charges back to back is still super strong, so I'm gonna have to shield one of them up. I get to bring in Gyarados. Yeah, it's Quagsires, they usually run Stone Edge and Earthquake, so I know that they are definitely going to try to spam Stone Edge back to back. Can't blame them, probably best play, but I managed to get a lot of energy by farming down. So this is actually possible to come back from. Yeah, probably going to go for a Thunderbolt here and just knock me out instantly. What a shame. But Politoed should be able to put up a fight against Probopass. Yeah, I can't get 2 weather balls in time, or just 1. That's very nice. Okay. Yeah, definitely going to lose this here, unless they don't shield Blizzard. That's with my win con right here. They just assume I'm baiting. But yeah, they catch on. Not a big deal. Yeah, game 2. How can I win this? Quagsire is not a very good lead, unless I can manage to farm down somehow at the very end. Well, the nice thing about Quagsire is that both of its charge moves are very expensive. 8 Mud Shots, I believe. So I can farm up to 7 Mud Shots and then go for the knockout. I'm going to shield this one, obviously. And we CMP. So that was definitely a waste on my part. But luckily I can just farm down now. I have some I have a good amount of energy. I can just throw more Aqua Tails. There's not a whole lot to say here, really. I was really hoping Probopass had Rock Throw. Would have been a little easier for my team to handle, but that's okay. But the fact that I now know they have Rock Slide is huge, because that means Whimsicott has a much better matchup against Probopass, which is going to come up later. Okay, so obviously they are going to try to knock me out with Leaf Blade. Gonna go for the Blizzard here because, again, no reason not to. And they let it through because they don't have any shields. That was weird. That was weird putting it. Okay, so I can keep in Whimsicott a little bit, but they bring in Tropius, which means I get to bring in Talonflame. Yeah, I decided to be a little bit risky here because I figure they're not going to be using Haunter against my team. Or Sableye, really. So I'm being a little more risky with Whimsicott here, because I think Haunter does beat Whimsicott. I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah, this is not a super good matchup for Talonflame, even without Rock Throw. So I'm going to bring Cofagrigus after that, because Cofagrigus is a pretty good safe swap here, and I pretty much caught on to the fact that they are not going to bring in any ghosts. So yeah, it's going to fire away. I have a shield up, so this means I get to bring in Whimsicott because I know I can live a Stone Edge and then just knock out with a Grass Knot. Doing a little bit of farming, but also making sure that Probopass can't farm me down very much. I don't really care if I get knocked out at this point. In fact, I want them to, so I can bring in Cofagrigus and fire off a Shadow Ball for the win. Very exciting game. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I love this format, and I'll be posting more videos soon, I promise. Till then, take care.